أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to chemistry class for today. I believe all of us here today, so you are new students in SS1 class. So today, we want to introduce you to a new subject, which is chemistry. In your junior schools, they've taught you many subjects, but this chemistry is new to you. Although in this chemistry, they've taught you something related to heat in your junior secondary school, so which is basic science. So basic science is just an introduction to chemistry. As a science student, one of the major subjects you have to offer is chemistry. Even chemistry is the art of the science. So without chemistry, no science. So without chemistry, no science. So which means one of the major key subjects in science department is chemistry. So if you want to become a science student, so one of the subjects you need to pay more attention on is this subject, which is chemistry. So which is chemistry. So let's continue. So today, by the end of this lesson, so you'll be able to define what do we mean by chemistry. So you'll be able to identify and explain at least 5 branches of chemistry. Likewise, you as a student, you'll be able to discuss the importance of chemistry in your daily life. Likewise, you'll be able to describe the scientific method and its application in chemistry. So that's the scientific method for the invention of new things. So, and lastly, you'll be able to state the adverse, that is the problem of chemistry, the disadvantages of chemistry. That's what we mean by the adverse of chemistry. My dear students, chemistry. What is chemistry? As I said before, chemistry is a branch of science that deals with the structure and the composition of matter. Chemistry is a branch of science that deals with the structure and composition of matter and the forces which holds the structure together. As I put it on what you are saying, I say chemistry is a branch of science that deals with the composition, structure, property, and reaction of matters. So which means the chemistry based on matter. Not that we're in junior class. So they've taught you the matter. If I may ask now, what is matter? And all of you here will be able to define matter. You say anything that has mass and occupy space. So matter, so it's what chemistry based on. And when we say composition, structure, property, so I want to make matter yìí afẹ́kọ́ nípa rẹ̀, the structure, so the properties, both physical property and chemical property. And as I said before, chemistry is a branch of science. So which means chemistry jẹ́ nínú ọmọ science subjects. So include biology, physics, mathematics. So they are all science subjects. So chemistry is part of it. And it's often called the central science because it bridges and overlaps with other scientific disciplines like physics, biology, geology, and environmental science. So chemistry and central science. That is why I said before, they normally call the art of the science. Torí pé ó ní ó jẹ́ science subject kan, ó ní ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú science subject yòókù gẹ́gẹ́ bí biology, ó ní ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú physics. There are some topics in biology tẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ nínú chemistry. There are some topics in physics tẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ nínú chemistry. But if you look at the biology and physics, méjèèjì jìnnà síra, science subject méjèèjì, ṣùgbọ́n méjèèjì jìnnà síra wọn kétékété. So jìnnà síra wọn kétékété. Ṣùgbọ́n chemistry, it has intersection. So between the science subject, they normally call the art of the science. So branches of chemistry. So chemistry tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ yìí, ó ní àwọn ẹ̀ka tó pín sí. So that's what they call the branches of science. So the first one, call it organic chemistry. So organic chemistry. So it's organic chemistry. It is the study of carbon compound. So àwọn tó jẹ́ carbon compound, àwọn tá a máa fi carbon ṣe. So nígbà tá a bá ń tẹ̀síwájú, so we be able to know what are the carbons compound. The type of carbons compound are plastic, fuel, drug, and so on. Number 2, inorganic chemistry. So this is the study of all elements and compound other than carbon compound. So that's the carbon compound, call that one organic chemistry, because carbon is the major constituent of organic. So inorganic chemistry, I want to study elements that cool at a compound one other than carbon. Example, acid, base, salt, metal, non-metal, and so on. Number 3, physical chemistry. Physical chemistry. This is the study of physical property of matter and how they relate to its element behavior or the chemical behavior. So physical chemistry, so like the matter, reaction rate, energy change of state of matter, and so on. Number 4, so we have analytical chemistry. So this is the identification and quantification of chemical substances. So let's identify our chemical substances like testing water quality. Come and test so come and test your so when it expire, expire, come and analyze it, constituency and chemical to so what they call analytical chemistry. And the last one, which is number 5, is biochemistry. Biochemistry is the study of chemical processes within living organisms. So, intelligent living organism, plant and animal, so both in the chemistry is related to one, like digestion, respiration, basement, and so on. So, now in the branches of chemistry. Importance of chemistry. So, can you know chemistry? So, in our daily life, so can you know our chemistry here? So, tí a ń lò fún medicine. Number 1, medicine. So, àwọn oògùn tó ń lò. So, major constituency wọn ní ṣe pè wọ́n papọ̀. Àwọn tí wọ́n kó jọ papọ̀ yìí. So, látara àwọn chemistry. So, tó bá lọ kára àwọn pálí oògùn rẹ. So, wọ́n kà wọ́n composition kan sínú rẹ̀. So, gbogbo rẹ̀ they are chemistry terms. So, they are chemistry terms. So, gbogbo bá ṣe ń ṣe àwọn oògùn tá ń lò. Àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ tá ń gbà nǹkan yẹn. So, àwọn ìwúlò chemistry nìyẹn. Agriculture, in our agric, àwọn tá ń produce tá ń lè fún àwọn agriculture, tá ń improve àwọn agricultural processes wa. So, they are the knowledge of chemistry, like fertilizer, pesticide, soil analysis, and so on. So, gbogbo àwọn tá ń lò yìí. So, látara ìmọ̀ chemistry òní. Industry, so ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ manufacturing industry, tó ṣe pé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń lò níbẹ̀, so related to chemical. Òun ni wọ́n fi ṣe àwọn kìíní yìí, ìwúlò chemistry náà nìyẹn. So, such as plastic, àwọn kìtẹ́ ń lò yẹn. So, from the knowledge of chemistry, òun textile, detergent, paint, fuel, and so on. So, all of this one, they are using chemistry knowledge. Food, oúnjẹ tá ń jẹ. So, every pé nowadays, àwọn oúnjẹ tá ń jẹ jù, they are preserved food. The preserved food. So a máa ń lo the knowledge of chemistry to preserve our food, flavoring, nutritional analysis, and so on. If wọ́n bá ṣe ń dáná oúnjẹ tá à ń sè nínú ilé wa gangan, we still apply chemistry. Environment, pollution control, waste management, alternative energy source. So gba àwọn eléyìí náà, so person control pollution, because pollution tó ti kọ́ ní junior class yìí, gbogbo àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ó ti waste ẹ̀ máa ń kó dànù yẹn, bí o lọ sí lè convert ẹ̀ waste to products. So bí o lọ sí lè convert ẹ̀ padà. So from the knowledge of chemistry. Lastly, personal care. So àwọn tá ń lò láti fi tún àwọn ara wa ṣe, like cosmetic, soap, toothpaste, perfume, and so on. All this one, they are the importance of chemistry. Scientific method of discovery. So science lára tí wọ́n máa ń lo chemistry fún àwọn scientific òní pé wọ́n fi máa ń discover àwọn nǹkan kan mìíràn tí wọn ò gbúròó rí, tàbí àwọn nǹkan mìíràn tí wọ́n fẹ́ invest pé kíní yìí o, tàbá sì ṣe nǹkan báyìí ní tàbá dán kẹ́míkà yìí papọ̀ kó lè fún wa ní nǹkan yìí, tàbá mú ẹ́límẹ́ǹtì yìí ká lè mú nǹkan báyìí jáde láti ara rẹ̀. So they call scientific methods of discovery. So àwọn ọ̀nà tí wọ́n á mọ̀ lò, methods tí wọ́n máa lò is number one is observation. So wọ́n study pé nǹkan bá ṣe ń lọ, pé nǹkan kan bá bí afẹ́fẹ́ náà sìn, kí ni máa fẹ́fẹ́ tí afẹ́fẹ́ bá ń fẹ́ gbígbóná, what happen, tí bá ń fẹ́ tútù, so what happen. So wọ́n observe nǹkan tí bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láwùjọ, so wọ́n lè bring out the new thing. Number two, question. So wọ́n máa béèrè ìbéèrè lóríṣiríṣi, why, how. Kí ni tó ṣe pé o tá a bá wà nínú oòrùn, tá a bá wá wọ abẹ́lé ní ìsìn, a máa ń rí iná dáadáa, àní tètè rí iná dáadáa. So science fi kọ́ wádìí pé kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tá a wà nínú oòrùn, tá a wá kó síbò ògì tó rùn gbé mọ́, àrí iná dáadáa, ọpẹ́ díẹ̀ ká tó padà rí iná dáadáa. So kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀. So wọ́n máa béèrè pé kí ló dé tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, kí ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí eléyìí tó fi fọ́ọ̀mù eléyìí. So by questions wọ́n á lè discover the new things. Hypothesis. So wọ́n mọ explain àwọn nǹkan, wọ́n carry experiment, wọ́n discover nígbà tí wọ́n bá kó nǹkan mọ́ra wọn, wọ́n á kó nǹkan mọ́ra wọn, forming an educated guess. So wọ́n think pé yes o, nígbà tí wọ́n bá ti kàwé jìnnà pẹ̀lú àwọn òròyìn wá o, àwọn ìwádìí tá a ṣe o, ó yẹ kí léyìí tá a bá dàpọ̀ mọ́ léyìí ó lè kó lè ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí. So they call hypothesis. Then experimental, òun ni kí a carry experiments, ká ṣe practical, designing and conducting tests to prove or disprove the hypothesis. So nígbà tí sọ sókè yẹn hypothesis pé nínú ìròrí tá a rò ó yẹ pé tá a bá ṣe nǹkan báyìí ó yẹ kí nǹkan báyìí ó ṣẹlẹ̀, wọ́n wá take it into practice. Wọ́n practice rẹ̀ wò ó ṣe kìíní yẹn o, yóò ṣiṣẹ́ lóòótọ́. Is what they call experiment. Then analysis, interpreting data from the experiment. Analysis pé yes àti take experiment tí o nígbà tá a dá iyọ̀ o sínú omi o, iyọ̀ yòrò, kí ló mú iyọ̀ fífi ń yòrò, nígbà tó yòrò tán kí ni ń ṣẹlẹ̀. So they will analyze it one by one. So conclusion, stating whether the hypothesis supported or refused. Wọ́n wá conclude wípé yes nípa sí yíyọ orí tàbí kò rí. Lastly, communication. tó kí ni tí wàá ṣiṣẹ́ bá bó ṣe yẹ kó ṣiṣẹ́ o, wọ́n wà fún káyé pé tó ẹ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ lò. Ẹ rí i pé yearly òun ni àwọn new infantry òní ń jáde. So àwọn ọ̀nà tí ń gbà discover rẹ̀ òun náà ń pè ní scientific method. Láyé ìgbà kan gbogbo bá ṣe ń wò wáyé nísìnyí technology kan ní ó dé bẹ́ẹ̀. So kan ní card experiment, so tó fi dé gbogbo ìgbà yẹn. So wọ́n observe, wọ́n béèrè question lọ́wọ́ ara wọn pé yes kí ni ó dé tí nǹkan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa sí ná, tí lè bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí kan tó bá dé báyìí ń kọ́ títí tí wọ́n fi débi wípé wọ́n ti final conclusion. So that is the scientific method of discovery. Adverse effects of chemistry. Kí wá ní àwọn àléébù, àwọn ìpalára tí chemistry ṣe ti máa mú wá bá wa. Number one is corrosion. Corrosion or rusting. Kí nǹkan dógùn, so they call corrosion or rusting. Lára advantages chemistry nìyẹn. So if you look at our surrounding, so look at the roof sheets they use for many houses, for some houses. a rí pọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ rẹ̀ ó ti ń dógùn. So lára effect chemistry òun náà ni àwọn nǹkan yẹn. It has to do with chemistry. Torí tójò bá ti ń pa táfẹ́fẹ́ ń fẹ́ sí i, so the combination of water and air, so ó máa ń cause kí nǹkan rust, so it normally cause corrosion. Number 2, pollution like water pollution. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ chemical tí chemistry produce, so tí wọ́n bá pour rẹ̀ into the ground, tójò bá ti rọ̀ yóò wá ìpò ẹ̀ lọ sínú àwọn omi tá a mọ̀, so that is water pollution. So lára àwọn ìṣòro tí yóò máa bú fún wa òun nìyẹn. And the last one is drug abuse. Àwọn oògùn kóògùn lára tí chemistry tí máa mú wá fún wa òun náà ni àwọn eléyìí. So drug abuse is among the adverse effects of chemistry. So ká máa lo oògùn olóró, so kí a sọ̀rọ̀ lára chemistry bá a ṣe ń pa àwọn oògùn olóró yìí náà, so chemistry òun náà ló ní knowledge rẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀. So lastly, careers in chemistry. Àwọn kíni career wọn ò gbé síwájú, wọn á ti orientate yín on some careers in senior secondary schools. Career fẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ choose kẹ́ẹ̀tó máa wọn subjects eléyìí tí ìfẹ́ máa ṣe. So these are the careers. Ó tó pọ̀ jù báyìí lọ, so you just listed some. So research chemist, pharmaceutical, biotechnology, material science, agrochemical, cosmetic and food, petrochemical, analytical chemistry, quality control and assurance, environmental monitoring, forensic science, clinical laboratory, chemical engineer, medicinal chemist, toxicologist, biochemist, environmental chemist, polymer chemist, inorganic chemist, physical chemist. So all this one only àwọn careers in chemistry, àwọn tí o iṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n tún báyìí, àwọn iṣẹ́ tó lè ṣúyọ látara ìmọ̀ chemistry. So ọ̀pọ̀ jàǹtìrẹrẹ, so nítorí bá kàn fẹ́ yà sí níbẹ̀, so òun náà ni chemistry tí ó dúró lé lórí. Now this will be the end of our lesson for today, but before we go, I think we've learned the definition of chemistry, branches of chemistry, importance of chemistry, adverse effects of chemistry, and the careers in chemistry. So you can try all these questions just to evaluate yourself. So what is chemistry? Name 2 branches of chemistry and give an example for each. Necessary way chemistry is important in your daily life. Lastly, list 2 steps of scientific methods of discovery. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Meet me in the next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi